Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cedar Falls Girls Basketball from Cedar Falls High School. I'm David Warrington, happy to be filling in tonight for the voice of the Tigers, Dave Finnegan. And tonight on Cruisin, KCFI, we'll have a varsity girls basketball matchup between the visiting Dubuque Wahlert Golden Eagles and the host Cedar Falls Tigers. The Tigers come into this game with a record of 11-7 on the season. They lost a tough game last Tuesday to a good Linn-Mar team, 59-45, causing them to fall out of the top 15 rankings from the IGHSAU. However, they have responded well, picking up wins on Friday against Waterloo East, 57-38, and on Saturday against Iowa City Liberty, 82-52. The Golden Eagles come into this game with a record of 8-12 on the season. They lost 4 in a row in early January, but have been more balanced as of late, winning 4 of their 6 games since that losing streak. This will be the regular season finale for Dubuque Wahlert as they will begin 3A postseason on Saturday at Monticello. We're going to take a quick break to hear from some of our great sponsors. When we come back, you'll hear an interview with Cedar Falls coach Greg Groen from earlier this week. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Cedar Falls Girls Basketball pregame show brought to you by L&M Transmission on Cruisin' KCFI.
Welcome back to the L&M Transmission pregame show. Cedar Falls getting set to host Wahlert Catholic in a girls' Mississippi Valley Conference high school basketball game. We're joined now on the pregame show by Tiger coach Greg Groen. And Coach, just before we got started here, we were talking about a result of a particular game here, over the past weekend. And, as we get into February, teams aren't necessarily what they were earlier in the season. And it just a reminder that any given night, and even within the course of any given game, anything can happen, and you've got to be prepared, and that's got to be part of the message here at this point in the season.
It really does. I mean, I think, you've seen enough games to know that our conference is really unique this year. Just in the fact of, on any given night, any team can win. I think I saw something the other day about how Jefferson beat Kennedy, but then Kennedy beat Linn-Mar, and then Linn-Mar beat Kennedy. Just this whole cycle of people trying to figure out, where teams are, and and it makes it fun, just to see that many good teams in the conference, and but it also is a challenge to the fact of you got to be ready to play every night, or you're not going to win.
One night that you guys were prepared to play was this past Saturday afternoon, 82-52 over Iowa City Liberty. And Coach, that had to have been a fun one for you and the rest of the coaching staff and the girls to rewatch, and really, just about as good a 32 minutes as I think you've played start to finish here this season.
Yeah, we really talked about. I mentioned this in the post game the other night. I really did. I walked in with Coach Gerling at the exact same time we were walking in for the game, and as we were getting out the door, I looked at him, and the first thing I said is what if this is a game that we put it all together? Like, what if this is a game where we can, really get everybody on the same page and do it on both ends of the court? And it was. It ended up being that type of game where I thought we played well defensively. I thought we did a good job on the boards. And then obviously we shot well, and collectively as a team we shot well, and it seemed like everybody was clicking. So I think it just shows you what we're capable of doing when we can play like that, and when we come together. We just need to be able to do that on a more consistent basis.
3 more games here as we approach the conclusion of the regular season, and it starts tonight with a Wahlert team that, if you would have looked back on these guys in December, kind of a slow start, 1-7, 1-8 type record, but now they're playing good basketball. They won 4 out of 6. They rallied from 15 down in the fourth quarter to force overtime the other night against Senior, 1-1 in overtime. And this is another, just going back to what we talked about, a team that's going to battle you and give you everything they've got for 32 minutes.
Yeah, one of the things a lot of people don't know is with Wahlert, their best player, their leading scorer, didn't play the first half of the season. And then they had a lot of freshmen that were coming in and playing varsity for the very first time. I think they have about 3 or 4 freshmen that are playing some varsity minutes. So, anytime you throw freshmen in, or that many freshmen into a varsity playing in the MVC, it's just going to be kind of an adjustment there for a little bit. But now that they got one of their best players back, and then the experience of those freshmen now after playing through a season of the MVC, they're playing really well, and they're doing a lot of really good things. They beat a Linn-Mar team. They beat Senior in overtime. They beat a good Jefferson team who's been playing well as of late. So, they're definitely playing well, and they're definitely a team that, again, if you don't come out ready to go, it's going to be a tough game.
Emma Donovan is the player I believe you're referring to with that started the season kind of on the injured list for the Eagles and now is back. She's playing some really good basketball right now. Tell us what the part of the defensive game plan is going to be to be able to limit her.
Yeah, she's averaging, she's had some big games with 20-point games, 19-point games, and that's an area that we struggle with is defending in the post area. So we're gonna have to help out when we can on her, and definitely have to box her out. I think as a team they're averaging 11 offensive rebounds a game, which we struggle with sometimes on the board. So we're really gonna have to make that a focal point to really limit them and just try to again slow her down as much as we can.
Coach, thanks for your time. Wish you the best here tonight, and hopefully we're talking about a W soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's Tiger coach Greg Groen here on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups with David Warrington right after this. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Cruisin KCFI.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the L&M Transmission pregame show. I'm David Warrington, and here are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup, brought to you by Bo Jorgensen at Farm Bureau. Cedar Falls going with the same five they've gone with pretty much all year. The 5'6" senior Sarah Albaugh. They'll have a 5'10" sophomore Grace Knutson in there. She's the leading scorer for the Tigers, averaging just over 12 a game. Maya Crawford, a 5'8" freshman, will be in there for Cedar Falls. Anna Sandvold, 5'7" senior. She's a sharpshooter. She can get hot in a hurry, as I saw last week at Linn-Mar. And then Sydney Remmer will round out the starting five for Cedar Falls. She's a 5'6" senior, averaging just under 8 points per night. For Dubuque Wahlert, they will start a 5'7" sophomore, Maria Freed. She averages 11.5 points per night. Nora King, a 5'6" junior, 6.7 points and 5 rebounds for her. Abby Cluck, a 5'8" junior. Cluck averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds per game. Emma Donovan is a 6-foot junior. She missed a lot of the season for Dubuque Wahlert, has only played the last 10 games, missed the first 10, but she's averaging 13.5 points with 8.5 rebounds to lead in both of those categories. And then Claire Lucan, a 5'10" freshman, will round out the starting five for the Golden Eagles. Lucan averages 12 points and just under 8 rebounds per night. We're going to take one more break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we will have opening tip-off between the Tigers and the Golden Eagles. Stay tuned. You're listening to Cedar Falls girls basketball on Cruisin KCFI. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about set to get things underway here from Cedar Falls High School. The Tigers playing host tonight to the Dubuque Wahlert Golden Eagles. Tigers are 11-7, Eagles 8-12. Cedar Falls is wearing their home whites with the red numerals and red and black trim. The Eagles wearing their traveling blue uniforms with gold numerals and gold and white trim. Again, your starters for Cedar Falls: Albaugh, Knutson, Crawford, Sandvold, and Remmer. It'll be Freed, King, Cluck, Donovan, and Lucan out there to start the game for Dubuque Wahlert. Knutson will jump center for Cedar Falls. It'll be Emma Donovan jumping for Dubuque Wahlert. As we're just about set to get things underway, 8 minutes set on the clock. We should be in for a good one here. These two teams met last year, and it was a tough one for Cedar Falls. They won by 4. We'll see how things turn out tonight. Opening tip up and controlled by the Golden Eagles, and they'll have it first. Lucan brings it into the front court, top of the key, dribbling to her right. Picks up her dribble on the right wing. Now short corner inside to Donovan. She leads the way in scoring at 13.5 a night, but she has that one stolen away by Maya Crawford. She does that quite a bit, but it's stolen right back by Donovan. Now inside pass. Picks up her dribble, does King. Now has that stolen away by Sarah Albaugh. She's running in transition for Cedar Falls. Does not have numbers. She'll pull it out. Knutson will put up a three-pointer from the left wing. That's going to rattle out. No good. Rebounded by Lucan. And the Golden Eagles are back in business. Lucan bringing it up the floor. Top of the key to King. Looking to get downhill. Gets past one defender. Puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Crawford. And she'll have it for the Tigers. Crawford running the one. Crossing into the front court. Sandvold to put up a three-pointer right wing. She gets it to go. Anna Sandvold gets night scoring started with a right wing three. 3-0 Cedar Falls as the Tigers are on the board first. Nora King, a 5'6" junior, running the one for Dubuque Wahlert. She has it on the right wing, guarded by Crawford. Uses a screen from Donovan. Now they switch that to the Tigers defenders. Over to Lucan, top of the key. Now left wing to Freed. Short corner to Lucan. Squares up against Sarah Albaugh. Tries to go baseline. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass inside Donovan. She puts it up off the glass. No good. It's rebounded by the Tigers. Knutson secures the board. Crosses into the front court. Gives it over to Sandvold. She'll try the left wing this time. That one's no good. Rebound is fought for. It's going to be secured by Lucan. And she will have it for the Eagles, crossing into the front court. Looking to get past Albaugh. Now swings it over to Freed on the right corner. Gets past one defender. Now over to Lucan. Just inside the three-point line on the right side of the court. Attacking Remmert, goes up with their left hand, and it's no good off the glass, and Remmert secures the rebound. Good defense there from Sydney Remmert, a 5'6" senior for Cedar Falls. Now she'll look to get downhill, loses it, but she is fouled. That'll be on the floor, so the Tigers will have it underneath their own hoop. Sydney Remmert was driving to the basket, and she was the one that was fouled. Foul is going to go against Emma Donovan, the 6-foot junior, her first, team foul number 1 for Dubuque Wahlert, as the inbounds pass goes in to Sandvold. She'll put up a long two, foot on the line. It's no good, too short, rebounded by Lucan. 3-0 Cedar Falls, 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Lucan has the top of the key. Now right wing to Cluck, a 5'8" junior trying to go baseline, but they're going to get a foul on Sandvold as Cluck was trying to attack the hoop. That'll be Anna Sandvold's first, team foul number 1 against Cedar Falls, as Wahlert will have it underneath their own basket. And Maria Freed will throw it in for the Golden Eagles, gets it in top of the key to Donovan. Now swings it over to Lucan. She'll put a straight-on three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound secured by Remmert. Cold shooting so far from Dubuque Wahlert as the kick-ahead pass goes to Albaugh. She'll sky up for a mid-range jumper, and she gets it to go. Albaugh with the kick-ahead, pull-up mid-range jumper from the right baseline, and she gets that one to fall. Her first bucket of the night, 5-0 Cedar Falls. 5.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Dubuque Wahlert basketball as they try to get it in to Donovan down low, but it's stolen away by Grace Knutson. Kicks it across half court to Crawford. She puts it up with her left hand. It's no good. Rebound picked up by Remmert. She gets the offensive board. Now right wing to Albaugh. She'll try a three-pointer this time. She can't get that one to go. Almost had it. And the rebound is going to be secured by Nora King of Dubuque Wahlert. King crosses into the front court. Over to Freed, right wing. Now Lucan in the corner. Uses the screen. Top of the key to Donovan. Attacking the basket. And we've got a foul on the floor going to be called against the Tigers. So the Wahlert Golden Eagles will have it underneath their own hoop once again. They got that one on Sarah Albaugh. That is going to be her first and team foul number 2. Inbounds pass goes to Donovan at the top of the key. Fakes a handoff, now dribbling baseline, loses it. Crawford's applying the heavy pressure, and Donovan just lost her dribble. Goes right out of bounds. Cedar Falls will get it back. They lead 5-0 with just under 5 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. As Crawford will bring it up the floor for the Tigers. Crossing into the front court, has the top of the key. Hands it off to Albaugh. Now right wing to Sandvold. Knutson's going to put up a three-pointer. That is going to be no good. Rattles around the rim, halfway down and out. Grace Knutson can't get the three ball to fall that time. The Eagles cross into the front court. King, top of the key, guarded by Crawford. Attacking the hoop, spins around, picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Bounce pass into Cluck. She'll look to get baseline, but it's cut off by Sandvold. Now right back to King. Skip pass left wing to Donovan. Now over to Freed in the left corner, dribbling up to her right. Inside the paint, fakes one way, now passes the other. King attacking baseline, loses it once again. Lots of turnovers here early for Dubuque Wahlert as Knutson steals it again. Crawford running. Her pass is tipped, but ends up in the hands of Albaugh. Down low to Knutson. She takes one hard dribble over to Sandvold. She fakes a three from the left wing, attacking now into the corner to Knutson. She will put up a three-pointer, and she gets it to fall. Grace Knutson gets another basket for Cedar Falls. 8-0 Tigers as we got a 30-second timeout called on the floor by Coach Christine Spiegler of Dubuque Wahlert. So we'll stay right here with a 30-second timeout. 3:57 remain in the opening quarter of play. It's Cedar Falls 8, Dubuque Wahlert 0. Nothing going for the Golden Eagles offense so far as Morgan Link went over to the scorer's table for the Tigers. She'll check in after this timeout. First sub for the Tigers tonight. Grace Knutson and Anna Sandvold both have a three-pointer on their name so far tonight. Sarah Albaugh has 2. She had a mid-range jumper. And no baskets yet for Dubuque Wahlert, as they are still scoreless here midway through the opening quarter. Link replaced Sarah Albaugh. She'll come out of the game. Knutson, Crawford, Sandvold, and Remmert still the other 4 out there. Dubuque Wahlert now breaking their huddle and coming onto the floor. Lauren McClyman checked into the game for the Eagles. She is a 5'4" freshman, seeing her first time on the floor tonight. And she will bring it up the floor. McClyman, the freshman, running the point guard off the bench. Cross into the front court, guarded by Crawford. Freshman on freshman there. Now Olivia Donovan, who also checked into the game, is driving to the basket. We have a near turnover, and it's going to be a jump ball as the possession error will favor Cedar Falls. So the Tigers will get the basketball after the tip pass from Donovan turned into a jump ball. Knutson's going to throw it in, and Crawford will get set to bring it up for the Tigers. Pair of freshman point guards in the game right now for these two teams as Crawford has the top of the key. Right wing to Link. Link Goes away from the screen, now gets inside, but it's going to be tipped and stolen away. Claire Lucan got the steal, the 5'10 freshman. She crosses into the front court. Inside to Olivia Donovan. Poked loose, but there is a foul. No, traveling violation is the call. As they say, Donovan lost her footing inside. And Cedar Falls will get it back. No buckets yet for Dubuque Wahlert. It's 8-0 Cedar Falls as Crawford brings it up for the Tigers. Kicks it across half court to Sandvold. She's wide open. Nobody guards her from the left wing. You can't do that. As Anna Sandvold gets her second three already. 6 for her. It's 11-0. Cedar Falls off to a hot start. McClyman has it right wing. Guarded by Link. Picks up her dribble. Passes tipped. Nearly stolen, but they're going to get a foul instead. Crawford did come up with a steal. But instead it is going to be a foul called inside. Have a sub on the floor as Nora King is going to re-enter the game. That is going to be the first foul called against Maya Crawford. Team foul number 3. Eagles basketball underneath their basket. Inbounds pass is tipped and stolen away. Link tipped it. It's stolen by Remmert. She'll kick it across half court, and it's going to be a basket for Maya Crawford on the transition layup. Her first bucket of the night. 13-0. Cedar Falls. What a start for the Tigers. Now the Eagles back in on offense on their end of the floor. Donovan has in the left wing. Top of the key to Lucan. She's got quite a height advantage. She tries to use it, puts it up off the glass, and it's good, plus the foul. Link was going to be the one that's going to be called for the foul inside as Claire Lucan finally gets the Eagles on the board with 2:45 remaining in the opening quarter. That is Link's first foul. It's also team foul number 1 as Maya Crawford will exit the game and Sarah Albaugh will re-enter. And we have Claire Lucan going to the free throw line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play for Dubuque Wahlert. Her free throw is on the way. It's up, and it is good. So Lucan gets 3 points with the extra free throw. 13-3, 10-point lead for the Tigers. 2:40 remaining in our opening quarter. Albaugh faces some full-court pressure, but she gets it into the front court. Picks up her dribble. Nice back cut by Grace Knutson. Perfectly placed pass by Sarah Albaugh. And that's a bucket for Knutson. She's got 5, 15-3. Cedar Falls on top. What a pass by Sarah Albaugh to set up Knutson, and a great cut by her. Now Dubuque Wahlert has it. King trying to get downhill. Has a right wing. Knutson playing some great defense. She has to pick up her dribble. Gets rid of it. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Sarah Albaugh. She was trying to deny Claire Lucan. Good defense being played by the Tigers so far. As Wahlert will throw it in from in front of the Cedar Falls bench. It'll be Olivia Donovan, the 5'9 freshman, throwing it in. She gets it in to Nora King, standing at the CF logo at midcourt. Remmert playing the defense there. 2 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. Down low pass to Donovan. Her bucket's up and in. As Emma Donovan, she averages 13.5 points tonight, gets her first bucket there. 15-5. Cedar Falls on top. Knutson into the front court, top of the key, looking to get downhill. Into the corner to Albaugh. She has it on the right wing now. Top of the key to Remmert. She looked to attack the basket. Splits a double team, puts it up off the glass, but it's no good, and it's going to be rebounded by the Eagles. Dubuque Wahlert running in transitions. Olivia Donovan secured the board. Left wing to King. Uses the screen. The Tigers just switch it. King has a top of the key, picks up her dribble. Bounce pass goes to Lucan. A couple of Eagles run into each other, but no harm done. Lucan has it at the volleyball line. 1:25 remaining in the opening quarter. 15-5 Cedar Falls as King has it at the midcourt logo. Now to the right corner to Olivia Donovan. Picks up her dribble, looking around. Top of the key to King. She tries to go inside to Donovan. She gets it there, but there is a foul beforehand. Offensive foul is going to be the call as Emma Donovan pushed off. I believe that's going to be her second foul, and that is huge. Her second early foul. One would assume she's going to have to come out of the game, and she is, in fact, as Cluck will re-enter. So 2 fouls on Emma Donovan. She's the leading scorer for Dubuque Wahlert. Team foul number 2 as well. Tigers have it back with just over a minute remaining in our opening quarter. Crawford, who's back into the game for the Tigers, has it at the top of the key. Left wing to Albaugh, looking around. Now inside to Knutson. Back cut by Link, and she gets the bucket to go. Knutson with the assist, and Link gets the bucket to go off the back cut. It's 17-5. Cedar Falls scoring the basketball well so far. Eagles have it now, top of the key to Lucan. Now looking to get past Albaugh, spins around, has a poke loose by Crawford. It's going to go out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was the Tigers. So we'll stay with Dubuque Wahlert. We've got 35 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. 17-5, Cedar Falls on top. Off to a very nice start. Dubuque Wahlert has it underneath their own basket. As the inbounds pass goes to Lucan in the right corner. Now right wing to King. 30 seconds on the clock. Inside to Lucan. Spins around, gets past one defender. Now long two on the way from McClyman, and it's good. As Lauren McClyman gets her first bucket of the night. 17-7. Under 20 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Looks like Tigers might just hold for one shot here. Crawford crosses into the front court, standing right at the midcourt logo. Now she dribbles to her left. Knutson comes to set a screen. Crawford uses it. Looking to get downhill. Gets past one defender, puts it up. What a move inside by the freshman, and she finishes when she gets to the cup. And that will bring us to the end of one quarter of basketball from Cedar Falls. What a start for the Tigers. They're on top of Dubuque Wahlert, 19-7. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action. Stay tuned. You're listening to Cedar Falls girls basketball on Cruisin, KCFI. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's time for the start of the second quarter here in Cedar Falls. Here's a fun little stat. Cedar Falls had 22 assists on 29 made field goals against Iowa City Liberty this past Saturday. It's a game they won 82-52, and they've been passing the ball just as well here early on in this one, as several beautiful assists in that opening quarter. Got a foul on the floor as Lucan was trying to attack the hoop. They're going to get Sarah Albaugh for her second. That is team foul number 5. We'll see if Albaugh stays in the game. It looks like she will. She'll play with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Lucan, left wing. Now over to King. She picks up her dribble on the inside. Now top of the key to Freed. King has it on the right wing. Looking to get past Link. She can't do so. Picks up her dribble. Now she's in some trouble. Bounce pass gets to Lucan. She nearly loses it out of bounds, but she gets it back. Albaugh playing the defense. Lucan spins around, puts up a wild shot. Catches none of the rim. It's rebounded by Knutson. And she'll bring it up for Cedar Falls. Knutson has 5 points so far in the night. Trying to drive inside. They're going to get a jump ball on Knutson's drive to the inside. That will be Cedar Falls basketball because the Golden Eagles got to start the quarter. Got Anna Sandvold re-entering the game for the Tigers. We've also got Jonna Deacon, 5'6", junior, checking into the game for the first time tonight. Replacing Link and Remmer. Inbounds pass into the corner. Deacon fakes a three. Looking to get downhill. Puts up a floater. It's good. Jonna Deacon ready to play off the bench. She gets a floater to go about 3 seconds after she checked into the game. 21-7. Cedar Falls on top. Dubuque Wahlert has it. King uses the screen. Picks it up right wing. Knutson pressuring her heavily. Now top of the key to Lucan. Squares up. Thought about a three for just a moment. Now she'll try to dribble around. Inside pass to King is going to be out of bounds. Her foot was on the out of bounds line. So that'll be another turnover. This is a young Dubuque Wahlert team. I was wondering if turnovers might be an issue here tonight for them, and it has been so far, as Cedar Falls' defense has been spectacular. Maya Crawford will bring it up for the Tigers. She crosses into the front court. Now left wing to Sandvold. Skip pass right wing to Deacon. Trying to drive to the hoop. Picks up her dribble. Now she's double-teamed on the inside. Bounce pass is tipped. Deacon falls on it once again. Now she has it back. It's poked away. We got a foul on the floor. And Donovan is very frustrated. That's going to be her third if they got it on her. Waiting to see who they whistled for the foul there. That is team foul number 3. And it is the third on Donovan. So they took a little bit of a risk playing her with 2 fouls early second quarter. It didn't pay off as she's going to have to come out of the game with 3 fouls, 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Allball's going to inbound underneath the hoop for the Tigers. Gets it into Knutson. Her three-pointer is good from the right wing. Second three-pointer tonight for Grace Knutson. She's got 8 points total, and it is 24-7. Cedar Falls on top with about 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Crawford pokes the ball loose. She has it on the floor, gets it onto Allbaugh, and there's another turnover. Maya Crawford forces another turnover here in this game. Allbaugh looking to get downhill. Now over to Crawford. She'll fake a shot, go to the hoop, puts it up their left hand. It's good. Maya Crawford finishes inside once again. She's got 6 points, 26-7. Cedar Falls having their way with the Golden Eagles so far. And they're going to get a push-off called against Nora King. Offensive foul as Crawford was playing the defense there. That is going to be King's first, team foul number 4. As it'll be Olivia Donovan checking back into the game for the Tigers, replacing Maria Freed. Tigers basketball. Maya Crawford running the one for Cedar Falls. 5:45 to go in the second quarter as Crawford is guarded by King on the right wing. Has a poke loose, but it's picked up by Deacon. She has a poke from behind, and they're going to get a foul. That one on the floor as well, so no free throws, but that will be the 5th team foul. Both teams have 5 fouls so far. And Tigers will have it underneath their hoop. That foul went against Abby Cluck. The 5'8 junior picks up her first. As I said, it's team foul number 5. And Allbaugh will once again trigger it from underneath her own hoop. Gets it into Knutson right wing. Squares up her defender. Now looks to get downhill. Over to Crawford right wing. Attacking the hoop once again. Nice take by Maya, and she can get it to fall. It rolls around for a while and goes through the hoop. That's 8 points for Maya Crawford. Good night for her so far. 28-7. Cedar Falls up by 3 touchdowns here in this girls basketball game. Golden Eagles, right wing to King. Now back to the corner. That's Lucan. She'll think about it. Now put up a three-pointer. She gets it to fall. Three-pointer good from the right corner for Claire Lucan. She's got 6. Knutson in the front court. She'll take a pull-up three-pointer. She can't get it to fall, but it's rebounded by Allbaugh. She gets the offensive board for the Tigers. Now into the left corner to Crawford. Top of the key to Deacon. Loses her dribble, but picks it back up. Now it's rolling towards the half-court line. There's a scrum for it, and we're going to get a jump ball. And that one, I believe, will favor the Eagles. So it'll be Dubuque Wahlert basketball. Good hustle by both players. Sydney Remmert makes her way over to the scorer's table, and she'll check back in for Cedar Falls. She is going to replace Deacon. Senior had a couple nice minutes, including a bucket. Or, excuse me, the junior had a couple nice minutes, including a bucket right when she checked in. Dubuque Wahlert basketball. Inbounds pass goes to King. Emma Donovan back into the game, playing with 3 fouls here in the second quarter. That pass is stolen away. Sarah Allbaugh trying to go coast to coast. She can do so. Sarah Allbaugh finishes on the other end. She's got 4. It is 30-10, 20-point advantage for Cedar Falls. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Donovan can't handle the pass. She gets it back. It's Olivia Donovan, the freshman. We got a foul called against Cedar Falls. It's going to be team foul number 6. They're 1 away from being over the limit. Maria Freed is going to check back into the game for Dubuque Wahlert as they got that foul called against Anna Sandvold, her second. It'll be Lauren McClyman checking out. Wahlert basketball. Inbounds pass goes to King, top of the key. Now has a left wing guarded by Crawford. Over to Lucan standing at the volleyball line. Uses a screen. But Crawford's right there on the switch. Lucan trying to get downhill. Makes a step-through move. Puts up with her left hand. It's no good. Rebounded by Donovan. Three-pointer from the right wing is going to be no good off the glass. And the rebound is going to be fought for. Knutson and Lucan both have a share of the ball. So that'll be a jump ball. Alternating possession, Cedar Falls. Quick update, end of one quarter of basketball over in Dubuque. Cedar Falls on top of the Golden Eagles 17-8 in the boys varsity matchup. Some full court press being run by Dubuque Wahlert as the inbounds pass goes to Allbaugh. She swings it over to Crawford, who's going to try to bring it into the front court, and they will back off and let her do so. Just under 4 minutes remain in their second quarter. 30-10 Cedar Falls. Allbaugh dribbling to her right, has it right wing, but it's poked loose out of bounds. Last touched by Dubuque Wahlert. So we'll stay with the Tigers. Morgan Link is going to check back into the game for Cedar Falls, replacing Sarah Allbaugh. She's played quite a bit of the second quarter with 2 fouls, and she hasn't picked up a third as she goes to the bench. So good job on her. Inbounds pass goes to Morgan Link. She has the top of the key for Cedar Falls. Gets past the defender, but it's poked loose by another defender. The ball's on the ground now. Donovan dives on it. Gets it to Lucan into the front court. Swing pass over to Freed. She'll put up a three-pointer from the left wing. That's no good off back iron. Rebound fought for. It's tipped around, picked up by Lucan. But her pass is tipped and stolen away by Link. Sandvold's the one that tipped it. Link, bounce pass inside to Remmert. Her layup is no good. Link fights for the rebound, and it's going to be last touched by Donovan on the inside. So Cedar Falls will keep the basketball. As good hustle there inside for the fight from Cedar Falls to end up getting possession of the basketball. 3:15 to go, second quarter. Remmert gets it into Sandvold, left wing. We got a timeout called by Coach Groen of the Tigers. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 3:18 remaining in the second quarter. It is Cedar Falls 30, Dubuque Wahlert 10. Coach Groen called the timeout, anticipating that Remmert was having some trouble getting it in. She did end up getting it in right about the time the 5 seconds was starting to run off, but just had a precaution, not wanting to turn it over. Coach Groen calls the timeout. Not a bad idea there. Some quick numbers. Grace Knutson and Maya Crawford both have 8 points to lead the way for Cedar Falls. Anna Sandvold has 6. Sarah Allbaugh with 4. Morgan Link and Jonna Deacon both with 2. For Dubuque Wahlert, Claire Lucan has 6. Emma Donovan and Lauren McClyman both have 2 to round out the Golden Eagles scoring. And again, Emma Donovan, the 6-foot junior, leads the way in scoring and rebounding. She's currently playing with 3 fouls, so a bit of a calculated gamble there from Dubuque Wahlert. Inbounds pass for the Tigers goes to Knudsen, left corner. Now right wing, Sandvold to put up a 3-pointer. She can't get that one to go, and it's rebounded by Freed. Maria Freed running the one for Dubuque Wahlert, poked from behind by Crawford, and she tumbles into the scorer's table. The PA man here in Cedar Falls got into the action a little bit as Crawford came barreling in trying to force a turnover. Good hustle on the play from Crawford as Dubuque Wahlert will keep it. Crawford touched it last. Inbounds pass goes into the backcourt to King. She'll cross into the front court. Crawford's there to greet her. 3 minutes remain in our second quarter. King has it, picks up her dribble. Crawford applying the pressure. Now over to Donovan in the right wing. That is Olivia Donovan, the freshman. She used the screen on top of the key to Emma Donovan, the 6-foot junior. Picks up her dribble. Not seeing anything. Gets to Lucan. Now inside to Donovan. It's tipped around. There's a fight for it. Now Donovan gets it back. Trying to go back corner, and she's going to be stolen away by Crawford as she secures the steal there. Long down court pass to Link. She just manages to save it, and it's going to end up in the hands of Maya Crawford. Great hustle by Link to save it, but Crawford loses it. It's stolen away by the Eagles, and now Crawford responds by poking it loose out of bounds to deny an easy layup inside for Olivia Donovan. It's a good hustle there by Maya Crawford at not pouting after the turnover, instead poking it loose and stopping an easy bucket. Dubuque Wahlert basketball from underneath their own hoop. Inbounds pass right corner to Donovan. Now right wing to Lucan. Dribbling to her left, spins around. Now going to her right, gets past one defender, but Remmert picks her up inside. Donovan puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Emma Donovan gets her second bucket of the night. She's got 4, and it is 30-12. Cedar Falls on top with about 2 minutes to go until the half. Crawford top of the key. Heavy pressure being applied by King. Loses it for a moment. Nearly crossed into the backcourt, but Link gets it back. We're going to get a foul as the Golden Eagles were trying to force a jump ball. I think they got King on the foul. It's going to be team foul number 6 as McClyman will check back into the game for Dubuque Wahlert. That foul was against Nora King, her second, as Freed goes to the bench for the Golden Eagles. Inbounds pass goes to Link. Dribbling to her left. Now left wing to Sandvold. Uses a screen from Link. Inside. It's tipped for a moment. Now Link gets it back. Crawford fakes a 3. They're going to say she shuffled her feet there a little bit as she was trying to fake the 3-pointer and get downhill. So that's a traveling violation called against the freshman. Dubuque Wahlert basketball. 1:50 to go in the second quarter. It's 30-12. Cedar Falls on top. As the Golden Eagles have the basketball. Inbounds pass goes to King. She's playing here with 2 fouls with 1:45 to go in the half. She uses the screen, has a right wing. Bounce pass into the corner to Donovan. Right back to King on the right wing. Now dribbling to her right, looking to get downhill. Picks up her dribble on the inside, and she traveled. Before she set her feet, she shuffled. So that'll be a turnover for Dubuque Wahlert. And Cedar Falls gets it back once again. 1:30 to go in our second quarter. It's still a big Cedar Falls lead, 30-12. Maya Crawford crossing into the front court for Cedar Falls. Now left wing to Link. Gets her defender in the air. Now gives it over to Remmert. She'll take a long 2-pointer. That's going to be no good. And it's rebounded by the Golden Eagles. Donovan secured the board. It's been a while without a bucket for Cedar Falls. As the Golden Eagles cross into the front court, Olivia Donovan running the one. Now into Emma Donovan. Inside to Lucan. Spin around. Floater is up and good. Claire Lucan gets the bucket to go. That's 8 first half points for her. 8 of the 14 for Dubuque Wahlert. Sandvold kick ahead 3-pointer is going to be good. And that was a very much needed basket for the Tigers. Anna Sandvold pull up transition 3, nothing but net. She's got 9. It's 33-14, 50 seconds to go until the half. King puts it up off the glass. No good on the inside. Rebounded by Remmert. She'll run in transition for Cedar Falls. Now she'll slow it down a little bit. Has it right wing. 40 seconds until the half. Dribbling on the inside. Now gets into Link. Great back cut for Link, but she can't finish when she gets there. And it's rebounded by Emma Donovan. Donovan kick ahead pass goes to Lucan. She'll sky up for a 3-pointer. It's no good off front of the rim. Rebounded by Donovan. Back to Olivia Donovan. Her mid-range jumper is going to be no good. And it's by Remmert. 20 seconds to go in the half. Remmert running in transition. Stops at the top of the key. Now over to Sandvold. She's got a wide open look for 3. She can't get it to go from the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Lucan. She's got 12 seconds to work with. Bringing it up for Dubuque Wahlert is Claire Lucan. Crossing into the front court. Guarded by Link on the inside. 5 seconds. Gets it over to Donovan. Now top of the key. McClyman puts it up. It's going to be no good, but we got a foul. And that'll be 2 shots. That was team foul number 7. And with 1.8 seconds remaining in our opening half, it'll be Lauren McClyman going to the free throw line for Dubuque Wahlert. Foul win against Sydney Remmer, her first, team foul number 7. So they have crossed into the bonus, but it won't matter here as we have 1 second to go. First free throw is up and good for Lauren McClyman. That's her third point of the night. She'll have one more free throw as they'll wisely get Emma Donovan out of the game. She's playing with 3 fouls. Don't want to get anything silly here with less than 2 seconds to go until the break. Second free throw is going to be too strong off back iron, rebounded by Link. She has 1 second, and she's not going to get anything off. And that'll bring us to the halftime break here from Cedar Falls. Great opening half by the Tigers. They lead 33-14 over the Dubuque Wahlert Golden Eagles. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show here on Cruisin' KCFI. Stay tuned. You're listening to Cedar Falls girls basketball on Cruisin' KCFI. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Warrington, and you're listening to the Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance halftime show. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Really nice opening half for the Cedar Falls girls. They lead it 33-15, as right when I was going to say it, they did put the extra point up on the scoreboard. We've been discussing that up here during the break, and is 33-15. I said 14 going into the half, but that is our official score, so an 18-point advantage for Cedar Falls. The Tigers lead pretty big here at the half. Interesting thing to note, it was an 18-point advantage for Dubuque Wahlert not too long ago when they played the Dubuque senior girls. They were down 18 entering the fourth quarter of that one, and they came back to force overtime, and then they won it in the extra session. So this is a team that has been comeback-minded in the past. So Cedar Falls just have to be aware of that and be ready to go in the second half, not let anything come easy. Make sure they're still playing hard, but they're definitely in the driver's seat, leading 33-15 here at the halftime break. Some quick scoring numbers from that first half. Cedar Falls was led by Anna Sandvold, the 5'7" senior. She's been a sharpshooter all year, especially as of late. She had 9 points in that opening half, including all 3-pointers, so 3 3-pointers for her. Maya Crawford and Grace Knutson both put up 8 points for Cedar Falls. Knutson leads the way in scoring for the Tigers with 12.1 a night. Crawford averages about 10.7, so they're both on pace to get up and over their scoring average. So nice first halves from those two. Knutson, the sophomore, Crawford, the freshman. Sarah Albaugh had 4 points for Cedar Falls. Nice job by the senior. Morgan Link off the bench had 2 points, as did Jonna Deacon coming in off the bench for Cedar Falls. Looking at Dubuque Wahlert, they were led in scoring by Claire Lucan. She had 8 of their 15 first half points. So nice first half from the 5'10" freshman. She averages about 12.3 a night, so she's on pace to go over her scoring average as well. It was Emma Donovan. She had 3 to be second in scoring for Dubuque Wahlert. She also has 3 fouls, so she didn't play all that much of the second quarter. They did play her for some extended stretches, though, and they took a risk on that, and it paid off, and she didn't pick up a 4th foul. And then Lauren McClyman, she had 3 points, including a free throw right before the end of that half, to round out the Dubuque Wahlert scoring. Looking at the foul numbers for Cedar Falls, Anna Sandvold and Sarah Albaugh both have 2. Morgan Link, Maya Crawford, and Sydney Remmer all have 1. So no real foul trouble there for Cedar Falls, as nobody has more than 2. Taking a look at Dubuque Wahlert, Emma Donovan, as I said, had 3 fouls. She's the rebounding leader and the scoring leader for the Golden Eagles. She averages about 13 points and 8.5 rebounds per night. So that's big. She played a lot of that second quarter, I should say, with 3 fouls. So they'll, I'm sure, still go to her considerably in this third quarter coming up. Nora King has 2 fouls for the Golden Eagles, and Abby Cluck has 1. 6 total fouls on the Golden Eagles in that opening half. Quick update from Dubuque. Cedar Falls boys lead the Golden Eagles 33-16 at the half in the boys varsity matchup over at Dubuque Wahlert. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You've been listening to the Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance halftime show. Your good neighbor agent in the Cedar Valley, Brad Jacobson State Farm, proud to support local, proud to be local. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Cedar Falls girls basketball halftime show on Cruisin' KCFI. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedar Falls girls basketball from Cedar Falls High School. I'm David Warrington, and the Tigers had a good first half. They lead at 33-15 as we're about set to begin our third quarter. 18-point advantage for Cedar Falls going into our second half of play. Tigers back out on the floor. They're going to go with the same 5 at the start of the game. They have Albaugh, Knutson, Crawford, Sandvold, and Remmer on the floor. Dubuque Wahlert comes out there. They've got Freed, King, Cluck, Donovan, that's Emma Donovan, and Claire Lucan. So same 5 for them as well. Dubuque Wahlert basketball to start our third quarter as the inbounds pass goes to King. We're underway with third quarter basketball from Cedar Falls. King has the top of the key, guarded by Crawford. Bounce pass left wing to Lucan. Inside to Donovan's tip, stolen away by Sandvold. She's running in the full court. Now hands it off to Knutson. Attacking the hoop, puts it up with the right hand, but too strong. No good off the glass, and it's rebounded by Donovan. Donovan crosses into the front court, picks up her dribble over to Lucan right wing. Thought about a 3, got all ball in the air. Now inside, Donovan puts it up off the glass. It's no good, and it's rebounded by the Tigers. Remmert secured the board. Crosses into the front court. Now swing pass, all ball left wing. Inside, Sandvold kicks it out to Knutson. She'll take a three-pointer left corner, and it's good. Grace Knutson connects in the long-range jumper. She's got 11. She's the first one in double figures tonight. It is 36-15. Cedar Falls on top by 21. Now the Eagles into the front court. King in the right wing. Now right corner. Eagles going downhill. Freed attacking baseline. It's going to go out of bounds. Poked by Remmert, so it will stay with the Golden Eagles. 36-15 our score. 21-point lead for the Tigers here with just over a minute gone in our third quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Donovan. Now swings it over to Lucan. Top of the key. Freed right wing, guarded by Knutson. Inside to Donovan. Puts it up. It's going to be no good, but she's fouled. They're going to get Sydney Remmert for a foul. And Donovan will get a chance to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Donovan, a 54% free throw shooter on the season. This makes just over half of her shots. That foul was on Remmert, her second. It's team foul number 1 in the second half. As Donovan's first free throw is no good, just a bit strong off the back iron. She'll have a chance for one more. 6:50 remaining in our third quarter. As Donovan gets set to attempt her second free throw. Second one on the way. That's going to be no good. Didn't hit the rim, so we'll have a dead ball. They'll stop play because the free throw bounced off the glass, did not touch the rim. Knutson will throw it in, and Maya Crawford will bring it up for Cedar Falls. Donovan can't make good on that trip to the free throw line, so it's still 36-15 as Crawford sends it into Remmert across the timeline. Now top of the key to Albaugh. Swings it into Knutson right corner, looking to attack. Top of the key to Sandvold. Now left wing Remmert. Swings it over to Crawford. Great ball movement. Sets up Sarah Albaugh inside, but she can't finish. Knutson offensive rebound. One hard dribble. Out to Crawford attacking the hoop. Takes 2 hard steps. Puts it up. It's going to be no good off the glass. We got a block called on the floor. So it will be Maya Crawford going to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul was against Claire Lucan. That's just her first. And it's the first foul called on the Golden Eagles this second half. Maya Crawford at the free throw line to shoot a pair. 67% free throw shooter on the year. She knocks down the first. She's got 9 points on the night. 37-15 our score. Cedar Falls on top. Crawford's second free throw on the way. She makes that one as well. She goes into double digits with 10. 38-15, Cedar Falls. King has it for the Eagles. Bounce pass over to Donovan. Standing at the top of the key. Tries to go inside to Lucan, but it's stolen away by Crawford. She'll look to run in transition. Spins around. Kicks it out to the top of the key, but we got a foul as Albaugh drains a straight on 3 after the whistle. It's going to be the second team foul called against Dubuque Wahlert. We got a timeout on the floor. That foul went against Nora King, her third. As looks like that'll be a 30-second timeout. 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. It is Cedar Falls 38, Dubuque Wahlert 15. As that now 3 fouls on both Nora King and Emma Donovan for Dubuque Wahlert. A pair of starters have both committed 3 fouls here early on in the third quarter. The warning horn sounds. Both teams will be back out there in just a moment. Grace Knutson leads the way for Cedar Falls with 11 points so far. Maya Crawford with 10 and Anna Sandvold with 9. Sarah Albaugh has 4. Morgan Link and Jonna Deacon both with 2. That's the Cedar Falls scoring output here with 6:10 remaining in our third quarter as both teams retake the floor. That last foul was called on the floor. It was not on the shot. So Cedar Falls will have it underneath their own hoop. It'll be Remmert throwing it in for the Tigers. Gets it in the right corner to Albaugh. She'll bring it up to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Top of the key to Sandvold. Swings over to Crawford. She fakes a 3. Puts up a mid-range jumper. That's going to be no good. It's rebounded by Knutson. She goes back up with it. Fading away, and it's good. Grace Knutson gets the offensive board. Goes right back up with it, and she's got 13 points on the night. 40-15. Cedar Falls on top. King has it in the front court for the Golden Eagles. They're swinging to the round. Now Lucan inside to Donovan. It's tipped around. It's going to be stolen away by Sandvold. She'll bring it up for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes to go in our third quarter as Remmer attacking from the right wing, and she was bumped as she tried to get past her defender. So that's going to be a foul on Dubuque Wahlert. Team foul number 3 in this second half. Foul is called against Abby Cluck, her second, as Olivia Donovan made her way over to the scorer's table. She'll check into the game, replacing Cluck, who just picked up her second foul. Remmer's going to throw it in once again. Inbounds pass goes to Knutson. Top of the key to Sandvold. Guarded there by Freed. Looking around, dribbling to her left. Now has a left wing. Hands it off to Crawford. Tigers working the round now. Top of the key to Knutson. Dribbling left, attacking the hoop. Picks up her dribble inside. Fadeaway jumper on the way is going to be no good. Just a bit strong. It's rebounded by Crawford, however. Swings it over. Sandvold, three-pointer from the right wing. It's good. Anna Sandvold knocks down her fourth three-pointer of the night. She's got 12 points. 43-15. Cedar Falls on top. And Dubuque Wahlert has not scored yet this half. Lucan has it in the short corner. Now right wing to Free. Dribbling around. Picks up her dribble. Back to Lucan on the right wing. Picks up her dribble in the paint. Three-pointer on the way from King. She can't get that one to go off the back iron. Rebound fought for. Secured by Lucan. Now over to Olivia Donovan, trying to get downhill. Over to Lucan, now right wing. Facing up against Sandvold. Three-pointer on the way. Top of the key is going to be no good from Freed. Offensive rebound by Lucan. Her putback attempt is good. She's now in double figures with 10. 10 of the 17 that Dubuque Wahlert has scored as a team. It's 43-17. 4:25 to go in the half as a three-pointer from the right wing is no good by Albaugh. Rebound goes off the head of Coach Groen, and then we'll go to Dubuque Wahlert as the Tigers touched it last. Got a sub here for Dubuque Wahlert as Lauren McClyman is back into the game, replacing Nora King. McClyman will bring it up for Dubuque Wahlert. 2-3 half-court zone being played here by Cedar Falls. They're pressing up to the half-court line. Now top of the key to Donovan. Her pass is stolen away. Sarah Albaugh one-on-one at the rim. She puts it up. It is good. Olivia Donovan was trying to stop her, but Sarah Albaugh gets past her, goes through a little bit of contact, and gets the basket to go. That's 6 for the senior. It's 45-17. And just as I say that, Emma Donovan throws it away from the top of the key. That's a turnover, and Cedar Falls will get it back. 3:51 remaining in our third quarter. As King is right back into the game for Dubuque Wahlert. She is going to replace Maria Freed. The 5'7" sophomore will go to the bench. Or correction, they will bring both of the Donovans instead. Both Olivia and Emma will check out of the game for Dubuque Wahlert. Maya Crawford bringing it up for Cedar Falls. Crosses into the front court. Into the corner to Knutson. On the left side of the floor, attacking her defender. Top of the key, Crawford fakes a three. Looking to get downhill. Nice drive, but it's blocked by the Golden Eagles, but it's stolen right back by Crawford, and she gets it to go. Maya Crawford didn't stop and pout about the block shot. That's something I like about her game. If she makes a mistake or something doesn't go her way, she's right back hustling to try to fix it. And there's a couple times there tonight that she has been able to do so, just like that bucket right there. Golden Eagles have it. McClyman saves the turnover, but it does end up in the hands of Maya Crawford, so it's a turnover regardless. Crawford crosses into the front court, has the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, looking around, over to Knutson, left wing. Goes behind her back, crossover dribble, nice move, but it's tipped out of bounds. And it will go to Dubuque Wahlert. Looks like Knutson touched it last. It was a great dribble move, but she had it tipped away. It'll be Morgan Link checking into the game for Cedar Falls. It'll be Remmert going to the bench. Dubuque Wahlert has the basketball. Just over 3 minutes remaining in our third quarter. 47-17 as the Tigers have come out to a nice lead here in the second half of our third quarter. High skip pass goes over to Lucan. Now right back to Freed. Short corner to McClyman. She'll lose it for a moment, picks it back up. Trapped in a double team, but gets out of it. Freed has it in the left wing, goes behind her back, down to the corner. McClyman will take a long two from the corner. It's no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up by Freed. Picks up her dribble on the left wing. Skip pass. It's tipped by Crawford and stolen away. Maya Crawford with another steal. Now she'll bring it back out to the perimeter. Top of the key to Sandvold. She'll take a three-pointer. Uncontested. It's no good. Rebounded by Link on the inside. She goes back up, and it is good. Morgan Link gets the offensive rebound and puts it back up for her second bucket of the night. That's 4 points for her. And it is 49-17. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Golden Eagles have it. Three-pointer on the way from the right corner from Freed is good. It rattles around and home as Maria Freed gets her first basket of the night. It's up to three-point variety. 49-20. Sandvold top of the key for the Tigers. Over to Crawford. She squares up for a three, but thinks better of it. Looking around. Inside to Knutson. Turns around, squares up. Fadeaway jumper on the way from Knutson. It's no good. Rolls around the rim and out, but it's rebounded by Knutson. She gets her own board. Crawford fakes another three. Over to Sandvold. She will take a three-pointer from the left wing. It's good. Another three-pointer from Sandvold. As that is going to be her 5th of the game. She's got 15. And Cedar Falls has stretched out to a 52-20 lead with 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. King crosses into the front court for the Golden Eagles. Right wing to Freed. Picks it up above her head. Now puts it down and dribbles. Gets it over to McClyman, left wing. Dribbles to her right. Three-pointer on the way from Freed. She can't get it to go. Too strong off the back of the iron. And it's going to go out of bounds, untouched. So Cedar Falls will get it back. Remmer checking back into the game for the Tigers. We'll also have Jonna Deacon re-entering. Sandvold and Knutson will come out. Checking in for the first time for Dubuque Wahlert is going to be a 5'7" junior. That is Grace Oglesby. Also into the game for the Golden Eagles is a 5'3" junior. That is Maggie Hare. 1:15 to go in our third quarter. It's 52-20. Cedar Falls has really stretched this lead in this third quarter as the inbounds pass goes to Maya Crawford. Sarah Albaugh threw it in there. Crawford crossing into the front court. A little bit of extended 2-3 being played by the Golden Eagles. Albaugh on the right wing. Skips it over to Deacon, left wing. Now back to Remmer. Looking around, over to Albaugh. She fakes a three-pointer, looking to get downhill. Picks up her dribble on the inside. Crawford fakes another three. Over to Deacon. She has the top of the key. Swings it over to Albaugh. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. She can't get that one to go. Rattles out. Rebounded by Oglesby, and she's going to be fouled. I believe they got Deacon inside for a foul. That'll be team foul number 2 called against the Tigers in the second half. Deacon's first, and Dubuque Wahlert will get it. 47 seconds to go in our third quarter. McClyman's going to bring it up for the Dubuque Wahlert Golden Eagles. She crosses into the front court, guarded by Crawford. Dribbling to her right, has it right wing, picks up her dribble. Now over to Oglesby, fakes a jumper. Now she's in some trouble, picks it up inside to Freed. And they're going to get a block called against Morgan Ling. She tried to take a charge, and she thought she did. They're going to call her for a block instead. It's Morgan's second foul. Team foul number 3. Both teams have 3 fouls. The Golden Eagles will keep it. Inbounds pass goes to Oglesby. Now right wing to Cluck. Three-pointer on the way from Freed. She can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, and it's picked up by Dubuque Wahlert, but it's thrown away as she was falling out of bounds. They're going to say at last touch Dubuque Wahlert as several players took a dive trying to get the basketball. And it was last touched by the Golden Eagles. Cedar Falls basketball. 20 seconds to go in our third quarter. One player a little hunched over, as looks like she might come out of the game. Brief injury timeout on the floor as they're going to help Cluck off the floor. She was one of the players that dove after the loose ball. Claire Lucan will re-enter the game to replace her. Nice round of applause as Cluck is helped off the floor over to the front row of the crowd. She'll be taken a look at there by the trainer. 20 seconds remain in our third quarter. It's 52-20. Cedar Falls on top. Now the referee talking to Coach Groenquick. So now the Dubuque Wahlert players are going to go into the backcourt. And I think a fan may have had his night ended a little prematurely here, as both teams go over to the bench, as there was quite a bit of chirping going on after they all dived after the loose ball. There's one fan who's being talked to sternly by one of the athletic directors here in Cedar Falls. Hopefully we can keep this to be a clean game here down the stretch. We'll see if everybody can get back on the court here in just a moment. Both teams do break their huddles now, and they come back onto the floor, so we're going to get set to resume these final 20 seconds of our third quarter. Cedar Falls basketball. Crawford's in the backcourt to take the pass. Albaugh's going to throw it in. Tigers lead it big here, 52-30, as the inbounds pass goes to Crawford, and she'll take her time before now she crosses into the front court. 15 seconds on the clock. Albaugh right wing, dribbling to her left. Now skips it over to Deacon on the left wing. Over to Remmer, standing at the volleyball line. 10 seconds on the clock. Link has it. Crawford right wing. Now into the corner to Deacon. She'll go baseline. Picks up her dribble. 3 seconds on the clock. Crawford's going to put up a three-pointer. It's going to be good. Maya Crawford knocks down a three at the buzzer. She's got 15 points on the night. Cedar Falls leads at 55-20 here through 3 quarters of play. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. You're listening to Cedar Falls girls basketball on Cruisin' KCFI. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get our fourth quarter underway. We do have a 35-point running clock rule in effect, so it might be a quick fourth quarter here. Cedar Falls leading at 55-20. Albaugh has it in the left corner. Looking around, swings it to Link, left wing. Into Deacon, high post. She gives it over to Albaugh. She'll take a three-pointer from the left corner. It's good. Sarah Albaugh knocks in the long-range jumper. That's 9 for the senior, 58-20. Dubuque Wahlert into the front court now. Freed, right wing. Guarded by Remmert. Gets it inside. Lucan takes one dribble, puts it up and in. Claire Lucan gets it to go. She's had a pretty nice night. 12 points for the freshman. 58-22. Remmert crossed into the front court, over to Albaugh. Into the corner to Deacon now, attacking baseline. She's double-teamed in there. And we're going to get a foul called against the Golden Eagles. Looks like they got Oglesby on the call. That's going to be her first foul. Team foul number 4. As Maya Crawford's back into the game, she hit the three-pointer at the buzzer. And Sarah Albaugh playing her last regular season home game as a Tiger. It's a nice round of applause as she exits the floor for potentially the final time. Now right wing, top of the key to Crawford. Into the corner. Remmert puts it up off the glass. It is good. Sydney Remmert gets to go inside. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Second to last game, regular season game for Crawford, or Albaugh. Golden Eagles, McClyman sends it inside to Lucan. She puts it up. It's good off the glass. Lucan gets another bucket. 14 points for the freshman. Sandvold chucks a three-pointer in transition. It's no good, just off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Cedar Falls. So Dubuque Wahlert will take the basketball. Knutson back into the game for the Tigers. As Sydney Remmert will come out. Donovan is back into the game. Both Donovans, in fact. I believe they also put King into the game once again. Inbounds pass goes to King. King crosses into the front court. Now left wing to Donovan, into the corner to Olivia Donovan. Dribbling around. Top of the key to Freed. Swings it over to Donovan. She will think about a three from the left wing. Now looking to get downhill. Puts it off the glass. It's no good. Wild layups off the mark. Rebounded by Crawford. She kicks it ahead to Link. Takes one dribble. Puts it up off the glass. And it's good. Morgan Link is rewarded for running well in transition. Give the assist to Maya Crawford. 62-24 Cedar Falls. King has the top of the key. Swings it into the right corner to Donovan. Top of the key to King once again. Over to Emma Donovan, left wing. King fakes the three-pointer from the top of the key, attacking on Crawford. Puts it up off the glass. Nice, tough finish inside by Nora King for her first bucket of the night. 62-26. As the transition layup is good for Morgan Link. Once again, she's rewarded for running in transition. And now that's 8 points for Link. King crosses into the front court for Dubuque Wahlert, right wing. Now into the corner to Olivia Donovan. Back to Emma Donovan, just inside the three-point line at the right wing. Dribbling to her right, picks up her dribble now, guarded by Knutson. Really pushing out on her, bounce pass into the corner. Lucan has it. Inside to Donovan, but stolen away by Maya Crawford. Cross into the front court, running in transition. 3-on-2, she puts it up at the glass, it's no good, but there is a foul on the floor before the shot. That is going to be team foul number 5 called against Dubuque Wahlert. I believe they got Olivia Donovan on the call. Oglesby back into the game for Dubuque Wahlert, as Anna Sandvold will exit the game for Cedar Falls. That was the first foul called against Donovan. As checking into the game for the Tigers is Taylor Urbanek. She takes a straight-on three-pointer straight into the game. It's no good, but Knutson gets the offensive board and puts it in. Another bucket for Grace Knutson. It's been a nice night for her. She's got 15 points. And Cedar Falls leads this one 66-26. Golden Eagles have it in the front court. King, top of the key. right wing to Donovan, dribbling to her left. Now bounce pass, short corner to Oglesby. Inside to Olivia Donovan, dribbles around. Tries to step through move, puts it up high off the glass, no good. Oglesby rebounds, and she puts it up and in. Grace Oglesby gets the bucket to go, her first of the night. 66-28 our score. They go over to Deacon. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. It's going to be good. Jonna Deacon splashes home a three-pointer. She's got 5. Three-pointers have been falling tonight for the Tigers. It's 69-28, 3 minutes to go in the game. And they're going to get Maya Crawford for a foul in transition. That is going to be Maya's second, team foul number 4. As Grace Hannum, a 6-foot freshman, checks into the game for Cedar Falls off the bench. Replacing Morgan Link, the senior gets a nice round of applause as she exits the game. Dubuque Wahlert basketball as Coach Groen's going to send a couple more ladies over to the bench. Oglesby has it in the high post, dribbles it out to the perimeter now. Dribbling inside, now gets it out right wing to Freed. Attacking baseline, skips it over to here. She's attacking, now picks it up and gives it over to Freed. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. It's good. Maria Freed knocks down her second three-pointer of the night. 6 points for the sophomore, 69-31. Knutson top of the key over to Deacon on the left wing, attacking down low. Gets it over to Knutson, now top of the key. Urbanik puts up a three-pointer. It's going to be no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up by Oglesby. And the Golden Eagles get it back. Under 2 minutes to go in the game as McClyman crosses into the front court. Top of the key, guarded by Crawford. Freed gets an open look from 3. She can't get that one to fall as it's rebounded by the Tigers. Hannum secured the board. And Crawford will bring it up for Cedar Falls. Tigers working to the round. Urbanik in the corner. Now we got a timeout for subs called by Coach Groen. It's going to be Gabby Hanks, a 5'5 freshman into the game for Cedar Falls, as well as Sophie Stanek, a 5'6 freshman. So a pair of freshmen getting some playing time here late in this one. Inbounds pass goes to Stanek in the right wing. Now top of the key to Hannum. Left wing to Deacon. Now over to Stanek in the left corner. Skip pass goes to Hanks on the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Now top of the key to Hannum. In and out of her hands, but she gets it back. Stanek, top of the key, attacking down low. Puts it up, but she is fouled. So Sophie Stanek will get a chance to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair for Cedar Falls. It's going to be team foul number 6 called against Dubuque Wahlert. It went against Oglesby, her second, as Stanek puts her first free throw up. It is going to be good. She puts her name in the scoring column with the free throw. Chance for one more. 70-31 our score. It's got a sub here for Dubuque Wahlert. Looks like Anna Rivera checking into the game. 5'9 sophomore. As Stanek will take her second free throw. That one is on the way, and she makes both. Nice trip to the line for Stanek. Quick update. Cedar Falls up on Wahlert 54-46. 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter over in Dubuque. McClyman has the top of the key here. Swings it over to Olivia Donovan, right wing. Fakes a three. Oglesby hits a hard screen. Donovan retreats out to the corner. Top of the key to Hare. Left wing to McClyman. Golden Eagles working to the round. Under a minute to play. As Donovan puts it up, her floater is going to be good. Bounces around off the glass and goes through the hoop. That's Olivia Donovan's first basket. As the Eagles are going to go to the bench a little bit more. We've got Mila Breithaupt, the 5'5 freshman, into the game, as well as Brielle Burning, a 5'8 freshman, checking in for the first time. Stanek bringing it up for the Tigers. 45 seconds to play. 71-33. Tigers went leading big here. Over to Urbanik, top of the key. Now a Deacon attacks the baseline, goes around the defender, puts it in off the glass. Nice take inside by Deacon. She's got 7. 30 seconds to play. 73-33. Tigers on top. The Golden Eagles working the round. Rivera, top of the key. Hands it off to Burning. It's saved from going out of bounds by Burning. Now a bounce pass, tipped around, ends up in the hands of Oglesby. Oglesby, top of the key, looking around. And that is a new career high for Jonna Deacon. 7 points, a career high for the junior, so nice effort by her tonight. Golden Eagles continue to work it around here with 3 seconds to go. Inside Rivera, her shot is blocked by Stanek at the buzzer, and that is going to do it. The final horn sounds, and the Tigers will improve to 12-7 with an emphatic victory over Dubuque Wahlert. Final score, Cedar Falls 73, Dubuque Wahlert 33. Dubuque Wahlert will fall to 8-13. As I said, the Tigers improved to 12-7 on the season. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here. We'll go over some final numbers and talk to Coach Greg Groen as well. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Cedar Falls girls basketball on Cruisin' KCFI. Welcome to the Western Home Communities post-game show here on Cruisin' KCFI. I'm David Warrington, and a huge win tonight for Cedar Falls, 73-33, as we kind of start to wrap up our regular season here. I'm joined by Cedar Falls assistant coach Derek Gerlich. And Coach, what an effort by your girls, coming out right away, getting out to a big lead, and really just cruising to victory the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's how you kind of want senior night to go for your seniors, right? So that was pretty fun, and hopefully, obviously enjoyable for them too. So, yeah, it was a really good win, and it feels good to get one like that.
And then, so this is a team that in general has pretty balanced scoring, but they took that up a notch even for their standards, as Grace Knutson, Maya Crawford, and Anna Sandvold all finished the game with 15 points apiece. What does it mean when a team can come out there and have 3-4 different girls really leading the way in scoring?
Yeah, it's nice to have that versatility. And we kind of talk too. We're going to be scary and dangerous when we do put it together like that, where we have 3 or 4 of them go off for double-digit points, because we've had games where you have a 15 or a 20-point score even, and then you got 4 or 5 across the board. So to have that balance on a night and being consistent with multiple girls, that's really helpful.
And then also tonight, one player I really saw that stood out on the other side of the ball on defense was Maya Crawford, the freshman, starting for a pretty good Cedar Falls varsity team. That's a big task, and she's done a really good job of it this year, both on offense and then on defense tonight. She's poking balls all over the place. What do you have to say about her?
Yeah, she's very instinctive and very quick as well. So we try to do our best, with matchups and putting her on the floor in spots where she can go do what she's really good at, which obviously you see, she does it every single night, it seems like. So, yeah, she's been a blessing, and she's definitely one that buys in on that end of the floor, which is great.
A great game tonight by the Cedar Falls girls. They win at 73-33. That was Coach Derek Gerlich, assistant for the Cedar Falls girls. Thank you very much, Coach, for joining me. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here tonight from Cedar Falls. You're listening to Cedar Falls post-game show on Cruisin' KCFI. Welcome back to the Western Home Communities post-game show. I'm David Warrington. Cedar Falls winning big over Dubuque Wahlert 73-33 to improve to 12-7 on the season. Nice win here tonight for Cedar Falls. And I will go ahead and present tonight's rebounder of the game, brought to you by the Cedar Falls Community Credit Union. Tonight's rebounder of the game award is going to go to Grace Knutson. The 5'10 sophomore was all over the board. The boards on both sides, on offense and defense, picked up several offensive boards, got some second chance opportunities, and also secured some rebounds down in the defense on the defensive end. So really nice job by her. Grace Knutson, your rebounder of the game. Tonight's hardest working rebounder gets credit from CFCCU, providing high-quality financial products and services that enhance the lives of its members. Check them out online at cfccu.org. And now, taking a look at tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Tubbs R Us. Tonight, we're giving it to the freshman, Maya Crawford. She had 15 points. That was tied with 2 other players for the team lead in scoring. But she also did other places on the floor, had a bunch of tip balls resulting in steals. She got some nice rebounds as well. She was probably my second option for rebounder of the game behind Knutson. Just a phenomenal game by Maya Crawford, the freshman, not playing like a freshman in this MVC matchup, helping the Tigers take down Dubuque Wahlert 73-33. So your Tubbs R Us player of the game is Maya Crawford. The player of the game has been brought to you by Tubbs R Us, helping hardworking athletes and others relax in a QCA hot tub. So ladies and gentlemen, our final scoring breakdown from tonight's game. As I said, 3 players all led the way. Grace Knutson, Maya Crawford, and Anna Sandvold all had 15 points. That was a team high for the Tigers. Sarah Albaugh had 9. Morgan Link had 8. Jonna Deacon had a career-high 7 points, so congratulations to her. And then rounding out the scoring effort, Sophie Stanek and Sydney Remmert both had 2 points for the Cedar Falls Tigers. So with the win, the Tigers improved to 12-7 in the year as they look to wrap up the regular season. I believe postseason brackets for 4A and 5A. Of course, Tigers are 5A. Should be coming out later this week. Certainly be on the lookout for that to see where the Tigers will be heading for the postseason. Before we sign off here, a quick update out of Dubuque. The Cedar Falls Tigers lead Dubuque Wahlert 64-57 with under a minute to go in that 4th and final quarter. So it's a good game over there in Dubuque, but Cedar Falls does have the advantage. as that one goes down to the wire. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, our final score tonight from Cedar Falls. It's Cedar Falls 73, Dubuque Wahlert 33. The Tigers coming away with a 40-point win, emphatic victory tonight for the Tigers over an MVC opponent and the Dubuque Wahlert Golden Eagles. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to coverage of Cedar Falls girls basketball and Cruisin KCFI. Very glad I could fill in for Dave Finnegan tonight and give you the play-by-play of Cedar Falls picking up a 40-point win over Dubuque Wahlert. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. For my producer, Angie Sturm, I'm David Warrington saying good night from Cedar Falls.